The moment has arrived for one of the most demanding races, women's 400 meters. This is not just about speed, it's about strength, strategy, endurance, and knowing exactly when to push. The athletes are so calm, but you can feel the tension around the stadium. Each runner knows that one small mistake could change the entire race. They all step into the track, settle in their lanes, and prepare themselves for one full lap of intense competition. The crowd is watching closely. Everyone wants to know who will have enough left for the final stretch.
Natalia Bukowiecka, just 18 years old. She ran leg 3 at the World Indoors in Nanjing for Poland when they took the silver medal in the 4x400 meters. She's already got big experience just a few weeks ago in China in a global championships. A season's best though, Kuz in lane 1, just 53.06. She is on 51.8, that was last year. So Kuz in 1, Lada Vondrova, former European under-23 champion in 2 for the Czech Republic. The Canadian Gale in 3. Svetlana Sadic in 4. Watch her. Can she find her best form? Natalia Bukowiecka goes in lane 5 for Poland. Favourite, I guess here. Aguilar of Colombia in 6. Puerto Rican Scott in 7. Rowe of Australia 8. The Pole Gachka in lane 9 on the outside.
Set.
Well, Bukowiecka loves to run aggressively. Her season's best 50.9. She ran 48.9 last year at the London Diamond League. There she is in the all-red centre of picture. She's gone off pretty hard, moving up alongside Aguilar of Colombia. Svetlana Sadic has got a lot of work to do at the moment in lane 4. Going well, Scott of Puerto Rico out in lane 7. She eases past the Gachka, the youngster, out in lane 9 in the yellow. But a nice balanced race from Bukowiecka so far. Brilliant running in lane 3 from Gale of Canada. What an aggressive 300 she's run so far. She hasn't broken 51 seconds this year, but she might have to here. Now she begins to tread water as Bukowiecka, who's judged this one perfectly, moves through in the red there in lane 5. Going away from the field, a real battle royal for the minor places. She wins it 50.45. Brilliant run from Lauren Gale, who just started treading water over the last 50 or 60. And then great running and a real battle for third place there towards the outer lanes. But what time has she been confirmed with? 50.44 there for Natalia Bukowiecka. It is a big season's best for her. She has run a second and a half quicker than that, so there's so much more to come. But that puts her up in about 15th place on the world rankings this year. Very, very competent indeed. You know, Hannah, one of the features of her racing is she runs beautifully balanced races. She stays strong down the home straight. And that skill of spreading your strength and ability throughout the full distance eludes so many athletes.
No, Bukowiecka, she's always reliable in that last 50 metres. That's a big chunk off her season's best. And she seems to measure the season well as well. It's not only each race, it's as we move through every month and you get closer to a big championships. She just rounds into form. And I think Bukowiecka was part of those relay squads for so long that were picking up medals, and then there was just a change in her attitude a couple of years ago, and she went, no, look, I can get my individual medals, and she almost had to take a step back from her relay commitments to kind of unleash that form and be able to get herself on global podiums. And she picked up a small injury indoors, if you remember.
first 200 meters in 23.1 seconds. That number alone means nothing. What makes it interesting is everything that followed, because the second half of this race told a specific story about energy management, lactate tolerance, and a finish nobody in the field could answer. This is Bydgoszcz, Poland, the Arena Śląska Memorial, a strong international field at one of the year's major invitational meets. In lane 5, Natalia Bukowiecka is about to run a 400 meters that analysts kept returning to, not for the first half, but for what she had left in the second. So why does a 23.1 second first split win a race? That's what this breakdown covers. By the end, you'll see a specific moment, around the 280 meter mark, where the race was effectively settled before the finish line was anywhere near. The field carried real quality. Lauren Gale of Canada had been running sub-51 second times in the weeks before. Gabby Scott brought competitive 400 credentials from the previous indoor season. Svetlana Urzadic was known for aggressive early pacing. She attacks curves with a stride rate most coaches consider borderline reckless. 4.7 steps per second through the first bend, opening 100 meters in 11.8 seconds. That is fast. Dangerously fast for a one-lap race. Here's what most people assume about the 400, that whoever leads at 200 meters has the best top-end speed. That's wrong. The athlete leading at 200 is the one who spent the most energy getting there. Energy spent in the first half is borrowed from the second. Urzadic's early aggression stretched the field immediately and forced a decision on everyone else. Respond and risk a catastrophic final 100, or hold discipline and trust the plan, Gale responded. She pushed through 300 meters with split tracking showing approximately 36.4 seconds.